PSA to all the listeners out there. If you have a complaint about the podcast, maybe a qualm, anything you don't like about the podcast, here's the situation. First off, newsflash, you don't have to listen to it. We're not holding your hand to the fire, you know. We're not waterboarding you. It's your choice to listen. We bring this to you out of the kindness of our heart. It's free. There's no paywall. You know, we don't restrict your stock transactions. You can do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
Was the last episode the shortest episode ever? No. 2 episodes ago was. And so...
Sorry, neighbor.
You can speak to the manager. You can do whatever you want. But one of those things that you can do when you do whatever you want is not listen to the podcast. So come with a open heart and an open mind and just receive the blessing that is the Bad Brothers podcast. Can I get an amen?
Amen! Shh. I think that was actually a little loud.
Ricky
Ticky Tabby.
Our new studio neighbor, Ricky, will not appreciate the loud amens at night. So, yeah, your complaints. Does the podcast come out on Monday at 9 p.m.? Yes, it does. I'm sorry your day off is Monday and you want to listen to podcasts all day. Well, I'm sorry. That's just the way things are. I now work. Newsflash, I'm also back to work. Will's back to work. So I work from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Mondays. So it's perfect for my drive home to listen to the podcast at 3 in the morning.
It's the best time to listen.
That is the best time. The more tired and incoherent you are, the better the podcast is.
I feel like if you really get down to the 24-minute episode 2 episodes ago, that if you want to introduce somebody to the podcast, I feel like that's a good one because it's like it's short, it's got alligator penises, and a little bit of chit chat at the end. It's perfect.
Yeah, they both had some serious and funny. They both had family matters, bad brother matters, and
Then I do that.
Interesting. What was that show called? It wasn't
Family Matters.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Urkel.
Yeah. So whatever day of the week it is, whatever day you're not, making that hollandaise sauce, listen to the podcast.
Yeah, I actually talked to somebody who's like, I can't listen to the podcast. I was like, why? First of all, I said, how many of you tried to listen to? The first one and the second one. And I was like, well...
Oh, episode 1 and 2.
Yeah, I was like, well, those were not great. So maybe you should try again. And then they said, they're too long. And then I said...
Excuse me?
Well, good, because we just published one that was 24 minutes long. So what's your excuse now? I can't concentrate. And if you get down to that, it's like, I can't help you. Once we remove all the barriers, if you want a long one, there's long ones. If you want short ones, there's short ones. You want more funny, you want more serious, you want family matters.
1 minute Instagram clips.
It's just like there will always be something for you. There will always be a chance to jump in. If you can't concentrate on words, I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help you, but I do know. I have heard of some complaints coming from certain people about the podcast. So I baited certain people, with an Instagram post saying, send in your complaints. And pretty much the only persons that have any complaints decided to complain again. And listen, this is what I'm saying. It's like, okay, January 6th, 2021. What did you see happen at the U.S. Capitol? A bunch of idiots storming the U.S. Capitol, creating an insurrection, thinking somehow if they possibly got somebody in zip ties or hung Mike Pence that they would overturn the election, which that would never happen. So what were they going to do? Have you seen the video where they're like flipping through this
and
like
taking pictures
notebook, and they're just like, there's got to be something here. There's got to be something here. I mean, what were they going to do? But I think we can learn a lesson from those dummies, which is I want you listeners to see that as a metaphor of what we want from you, the kind of devotion we want from you. I want you to be the kind of people that would form an insurrection on our behalf. We're not asking you to be smart. We're not asking you to have great concentration. We're not asking for suggestions. We're not asking for good ideas. I want you to be dummies. I want you to be idiots. I want you to have blind allegiance and just go along with what you're doing. Like Will said, take it or leave it. You can get on this train or you can get off. It's fine. I just want you to be able to want to commit treason for us. And because, look, I mean, we have things going on. Look what happened to Nightmare Collective Pod. We just destroyed them. You might actually get to, possibly, if you're willing to be on board, you might actually get to overthrow somebody or something. Nightmare Collective Pod, I don't think they exist anymore. I've heard from them. And listen, if MAGA heads can ignore a disease that's killing millions of people around the world and call it fake news, you can listen to this podcast without complaining.
Right.
You can get on board. You can buy the merch. You can wear the red hat. You can make an American flag with my outline on it instead, as if somehow that supports America. But I want you to be dumb. Don't talk. Just be dumb and listen. Okay?
The train is leaving the station, and all you got to do is get on.
Yeah, if you're a person who can't concentrate on listening to podcasts, I mean, you're just not a podcast person.
Yeah.
Oh, not that I even care what people think, but I did look up the top 10 podcasts
let me guess.
In comedy. Actually,
comedy.
These were, I mean, what genre are we? I don't know.
Yeah.
Nature.
DIY.
Now, the algorithm must work funky because some of these...
I was actually wondering, what are our stats?
I'll look them
Every
up.
time I ask you say, I'll look them up. And I never hear about them.
I told you one time.
Yeah, that was like...
The one time.
5 months ago.
Okay. True Pine podcast.
Never heard of it.
Morbid. Oh, I don't think I got the day on that one. Sorry. July 13th. July? Freaking, I must have deleted one. Okay. Armchair Expert.
That's, what's his name?
Dax Shepard.
Yeah.
That's not a comedy. I mean, there's laughs, but it's
It's
interviews.
just interview, yeah. We
That's
don't interview.
Monday. Call Her Daddy.
Yeah. That's the formerly Barstool Girls.
Yeah, that one is back to Barstool or is still on Barstool?
The one girl quit.
The one girl quit. That's Wednesdays.
These are their release dates.
Office Ladies, Wednesday.
Is that Pam and Angela?
Mm-hmm. Cheers, brother. This is one I was like, how did this get on here? Anyway, it's Friday. That's whack. Anyway, David Dobrik.
He has a pod.
Tuesdays. Conan. Sundays. So I mean,
the day doesn't matter.
The day doesn't matter.
Here's an idea. Take a week off.
Here's an idea. Shut the heck up.
Here's an idea. Take a week off. Deal with your personal problems. Come back a week later. And then from that week on, you can listen to it whatever day you want. Just don't listen to 2 in 1 week.
I mean, this is what I mean about being dumb. It's like somebody out there, they said, I want this podcast to come out Monday. Who publishes on a Monday night? It's like, well, it doesn't take a smart person to realize.
Tuesdays with Stories posts on Monday night because they are New York time. And for me, it shows up at about 9 p.m. on Mondays.
And it's like, it's there on a Monday. And if you want to listen to it Tuesday morning, it's there. So you have the best of both. It is on Monday. But realistically, you can download it and it's ready to go in the morning. And that's just it. And, once we do some video, possibly, then it'll be your Monday night show. You can watch at 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm. After your 17 kids go to bed.
I mean, however many you have. How many does that person have?
A lot.
So, yeah, I mean, if you have complaints about the pod, send them in. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about them. But that's where we stand. Where was the other one? Oh, do interviews? Oh, this is the other thing.
Guests, I think it was.
It's like if this person, they consider themselves a fan of the pod and they talk about how great of a listener they are and everything. But it's like, if they've really been listening, they would understand that I have been trying to get my friend Adam because I asked him to be the first person on the pod and it hasn't worked out.
This person that wants guests really wants us to do a on location pod.
Where?
There.
Oh. Wait, that's not the person who said guess.
Yeah, it is.
He didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, this person did.
Oh, I thought it was separate.
But he wants us to do it on location?
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool, actually.
Yeah.
That'd be a good place to... Has he got studio space?
Yeah, he's got a couch, which is all we have.
Let's see. Said something twice. Sounds like a Good Brothers show. We need more bad.
Who said that? Well, I didn't see that.
Yeah. I don't know how we need more bad. Have you listened to the podcast?
I don't think he got in late. He got in late and missed probably why it's called that.
We do an update every couple of apps.
Here's a review.
Actually, I think I might have cut it out.
Here's a review. We didn't hang out for a long time.
And now we do. That's it. I was just going to say, how could we do bad? How do we need more bad?
I thought that was all the things we do about trying to reconnect.
Do you want us to disagree more?
You know what?
Make it super awkward in here.
I don't know what it.
Do you want kids?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry that we're getting along, and
yeah, we were bad brothers. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Hit me.
I notice sometimes you ever do something. You ever do something and you're just like, that was the most un-pandemic thing I could have done ever.
I haven't done a lot, but go for it.
This is what I did the other day. I got a coffee at a coffee place, to go.
Mm-hmm.
Got a coffee. As I was getting in my car, little came out the top.
Oh, okay.
And it was dribbling down the side.
I thought a bird flew by.
Dribbling down the side. And I just lick the side of the cup and go,
mm-hmm.
I just lick the side of the cup that multiple people touched as they were making the coffee. And whatever else has been sitting out and about the cup. And I just go, like length of the whole cup.
Mm-hmm.
And like right when I did it, I just go, oh. That was not very COVID of me.
That's not COVID of you. That's so Raven. That's so un-COVID. Yeah, actually that
uncouth.
I'm pretty good COVID wise. I'm vaccinated now, so
oh yeah, you got.
I'm
the
inoculated.
Microchip.
I got the chip.
Is it connect to your Wi-Fi at home or no?
No, I got a old. I have the generation of Bluetooth behind, so it's having trouble.
It's not 5G.
It's having trouble connecting to my sweet home stereo setup.
You just connect it to your stereo and you hear the your heartbeat and stuff.
I'm inoculated, which
I'm on the next round of people. Transportation frontliners. Yeah. I just got more info on it today
Good
at work.
time to get back to work.
Yeah, so I'm on a list.
Sorry about your dead grandmas and grandpas, but Will and I are getting vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's crazy out there, just all the crazy stuff where people are saying.
Oh, yeah.
I just got an interesting... I mean...
Even all the people that are like, why is the needle disappearing?
What?
Have you seen that?
No, like into your arm?
Yeah. Because there's a type of syringe. It's like spring loaded. So when you press the juice in, let the juice loose, when you let go, it's spring loaded. So the needle pops into the syringe part. That way there's no risk of contamination or pricking or anything.
All those beach needles?
Yeah. And so there's all these videos of people getting vaccinated and then the needle's gone and people online are like, where's the needle? It's a fake, or where'd the needle go? Or
I think there's actually like good reason. This person was saying like, why are we locked down?
Yeah.
Which I think there's some good things. There's good arguments to have there about the level of lockdown, why, what kind of services, blah, 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 blah. The truth is probably, I mean, just blanket sort of like in general, if Trump wouldn't have made wearing masks, or whoever, Trump and others, wouldn't have made wearing masks a political issue, then probably a lot of this, like our rates of everything would just be way down. And there wouldn't be 450,000 people dead in the U.S.
Yeah.
But, this person was saying, like, why is it the COVID death rate per cases is only like 1.5% or whatever. And it's like, and it's 1.5% in this country. It's 1.5% in other countries. And it's like, yeah, because that shows, how deadly the virus is,
Right.
you would expect it to be 1.5% here, 1.5% there, 1.5% somewhere else, because that's just showing how the virus works, how lethal it is. It wouldn't matter how many people got it, it's always the same, 1.5%. But the truth is, Washington and Oregon have low deaths per capita.
Mm-hmm.
And
we have less full hospitals.
And I mean, there's a lot of other factors, but probably it has a lot to do with our adoption of restrictive measures and other stuff. That being said, there are a lot of people who are going out of business. There's a lot of people who aren't working. There's a lot of restaurants that will never come back, or other types of business. So it's not an easy argument to say like, well, shutting down everything has been right because, look, our deaths are way down. And it's like, there's just arguments that have like psychological impacts, economic impacts, whatever. But I mean, yeah, if the mask thing would have happened earlier, we could have been having a lot of different discussion from now.
Well, even just believing in the vaccine became a political thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing I've had to do so much, like, I haven't had to do. And it hasn't been so much. I don't know why I said it like that, but maybe just the conversations are annoying because, we just get a lot of information at the hospital and everything.
Right.
And I educate myself. Not like mommy bloggers educate myself, but like educate yourself for real. And it's like, they're putting a dead virus in you, just like the flu shot, just like...
I thought they're doing the mRNA.
That's how they create it to be a certain thing. They basically created a virus or like a viral code that is like fine-tuned to
create antibodies
specifically for that. And it's so just the fact that we have the technology to create that is like to get past those little spines or whatever that stick to you, and that's what makes it so deadly or whatever. It's like the fact that we can do that is amazing, but it's just they're putting viral code in your arm, just like not microchip code, just virus,
ones and zeros.
Yeah. And so
I believe the DNA and RNA have 4 different.
Yeah.
So it'd be like 1 through 4.
Yeah. And so it's just like, and just explaining that to people, and it's like, well, how do you know it's not? I was kind of explaining it like this, like I would be more I think saying like it's a new vaccine or whatever, like it's kind of scary, like we don't know what it's going to do.
Oh yeah.
And I explain it like this, like if it was a new medicine, I would feel that way, like it's a new chemotherapy or it's a new sort of like cream that you absorb into your skin or something.
Yeah.
That would be like more in line with something to be nervous about. But a vaccine that you're just delivering virus code, that's pretty much like what all our major vaccines are. It's like
this one's just more specific.
This one is just very specific.
Yeah.
And so it's really just uncomplicated. And so that's why I just get like the questions about how to deal with it are just, some of them are legitimate, but there's just so much stuff. It's just like so annoying. Just lick your fingers. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Lick your cups.
We don't need sanitizing stations. We need unsanitizing stations to build our immune system.
What do we got? How are we on time? Okay. I didn't. Will just gave me a look like, what are you gonna say? Because
What are you gonna?
I had a look like I was gonna say something. I mentioned video earlier,
right?
And this is my feeling. And this is like embarrassing, but I want to talk about it anyway because I think it'll be like good for me to talk about, and I don't care about anything else.
OnlyFans.
I just care about me.
Your OnlyFans.
Yeah. Go to my OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/easyasmdb. Actually, I don't know what OnlyFans URLs are like. But yeah, go to my OnlyFans.
Long Dong Schlong 84.
I was born in 84. I am Long Dong Schlong, but I only do elbow shots. That's the weird thing.
Oh, the weenus of the elbow.
Yeah, I'm just 100% weenus elbows. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Do you remember when like people were like learned weenus or something was a word? It must have been on a show or something, because
they also said it was this skin between your thumb and pointer finger. Then they learned the term masticate.
It got talked about for like 6 months. Everybody was like just seeing if they could drop weenus in a conversation.
Weenusies. Alligator weenusies.
Oh man, that was dangerous to get me taking a drink
while drinking.
Okay.
So your video.
I would say this is what I feel like. Partly it was just like the holidays, and I was like working a lot, getting back on track.
Mm-hmm.
Some things happened this month that, put me in a fugue state. What is a fugue state? Can you Google fugue state real quick?
Yeah, I thought that was a good thing, but continue.
You think it is?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it just.
I think it has to do with creativity, I believe. But go ahead, continue.
Well, then I was an anti-fugue state. But, anyways, so.
Oh no, you're right. It's a disassociative.
I think I was.
Disassociative disorder and rare psychiatric disorder characterized by reversible amnesia for personal identity, including memories, personality, and other identifying characters. It can last for days, months, or longer.
Wait, it's only that, or what was the disassociative state, or is that like kind of like
so you're like slang? Disassociated with yourself?
Oh,
it's a dissociative disorder.
Maybe I have that. Is that where you want to kill yourself?
No, it's where you like don't even know like who you are or your memories or anything.
I think I was fuging.
If you look like this, you might be in a fugue state.
If you rub your hair,
I'm going to.
You might be fuging.
Send this to you to use
yes,
for the thing.
Timestamp. How many podcasts do you know that timestamp for you?
I have no idea. None.
Oh man, I have fun doing those.
Oh yeah, those are great. I have to look them up. I always spend a few minutes.
I put some random ones sometimes.
I spend a few minutes like figuring out what they all are.
Yeah, that's funny.
So you're in a fugue state.
Oh yeah, I was fuging the last month, but really, I mean, just for 100% like personal vanity reasons, I don't want to start right now. But doing video, and I know that's lame, but this is why it's like embarrassing, but also I'm putting it out there, is I will do video. I will start doing video.
Mm-hmm.
We will aim for doing video, which I don't know how we're going to do it also right now. Like setting up, and I don't want to do like full like studio production or whatever.
Yeah.
But also I don't want it to look like so bad that it's like takes away from.
You can do like a nice quality webcam.
Oh yeah.
Mode,
Well, I'll do it with my camera.
Yeah, but just like a Obviously,
Oh, yeah,
just
yeah.
like single
Single,
point.
yeah, yeah.
It's like Twitch stream.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yes. This is the embarrassing part because I'm going to say a number and that's the embarrassing part, but I will, when I get above 225 pounds, which I am right now,
Mm-hmm.
I start to look like not a homo sapien anymore. And I feel like when I
look more like what other Latin species?
Homo sapien XL.
Plus.
Homo super sapien. Super homo sapien.
Careful. Super homo.
But I feel like that's a weight where it's like, personally, I feel like I start to look different.
And you feel like we can see that?
I don't care. Well, it's not for any. I know you can see it because we're staring at each other right now.
I can't tell.
But
I would have never thought you.
I know for me, I feel like that's the area where I start to look different.
Because that's like what I'm shooting for.
Okay, let's race. I think they are doing that on Armchair Expert. They're doing some kind of race to a certain weight or something. But, yeah. It's not that crazy for me. But when you, dear listener, see me and Will on video, I will weigh 225 pounds. You'll know that. Or under.
224.
Or under. And so...
And hopefully I'll weigh 224.
I'm going to put that out there because I need to just, I don't know why.
Speak it into existence.
It shouldn't be like this, but it's always like, I've always needed a reason because I get myself in bad situations like getting down or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, whatever. But then I have a reason like, oh, the first time I went to Cambodia is like, I'm not going to be in 100 pictures and be the way I was or whatever. And then blah, 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 it happens again. And then, whatever it was coming up and I'm not going to be that way for that, blah, blah, blah.
Maybe you need to, though, not worry about doing it for anything else, but do it for yourself.
I wish I could. Well, that's another thing. Today, I took a big step and I had to call the doctor about some things.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a level of things. Here's the things I called the doctor about, from level of least important to most important.
Bloody stool.
Not bloody stool, which I have done that. Which, I do have a funny
I don't think
story.
I've ever had bloody stool in my entire life.
Okay, let me say something about bloody stool when I come back from the break. But let me do this before the break, which is, I have a weird growth on my head back here.
Ooh.
I think it's just like a skin thing. It's just like a mole or something. But
Conjoined.
I can't. If I would have short hair right now and I was doing clippers,
You'd have to go around it.
bloodbath.
Oh.
And, yeah, maybe there's a certain friend of the podcast that can help me out. If he wasn't such a soy boy. And what's the other one I have? Oh, shoot. My nose. I can't breathe through my nose.
Deviated septum.
Yeah. But
Is that what that causes? I just hear people say that.
Actually, that's a big one. But it's like you never know because these freaking ENT, some of them are very like surgery happy. I met with the ENT for TMJ. ASAP.
Give me another.
And like
YMCA.
I had been in his office for like, I think it was like not even 30 seconds. and he was like trying to get me to have surgery on my nose for deviated septum.
Oh.
But he was like a guy sort of known for doing surgeries. Also, about a certain procedure that Michael Scott got 3 times. Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap.
Oh. Yeah.
But I'm just going, just take the balls.
Full eunuch.
Take it all. Take it all.
Eunuch.
You remember that song?
You talking about T Swift?
No. Like a Hillsong song.
Oh, I thought it was a play on the Take It Off song. Shake it off. Take it off. Yeah, I do.
And I'm also going to talk about getting on SSRI.
SSRI.
Which is like,
Back in the SSRI.
what do they call this? Like Prozac kind of drugs.
Like a Xanax?
Isn't that for allergies?
No, that's like a anxiety medicine.
Xanax?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What am I thinking of? Zyrtec?
Yeah. Zoloft.
Zoloft is around.
Zoloft is the sleep one.
Whatever.
The green butterfly in the commercial.
It's the one that doesn't make you think about how suicide sounds like smart and logical.
Positive thoughts. That's Prozac.
Yeah. So, we'll see what happens. Anyways, bloody stool. So, I went to get my COVID vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, not the first one.
Round 2.
And I'm just going to tie it all together. I've been gaining some lbs because I've been feeling DEP, RESSED.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was kind of like the day you're feeling like worst about yourself. Me. The worst about myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear, both the lady who checked me in and the nurse.
Both of them, 400 pounds.
No.
Oh.
Opposite.
Oh.
Freaking models.
Venezuelan.
I mean, maybe just Macy's catalog models, but still, they have representation, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And why is it like, it's like the worst when you're like feeling bad about yourself to like go and then you have like a hot nurse or a
hello nurse.
And I don't know why that's such a funny thing.
Animaniacs, remember that?
Yes. Okay, now working my way around a bloody stool.
Mm-hmm.
I have had to give stool samples 2 times. I think they might have also both been Cambodia related.
Oh, I've never given a stool.
Okay, one was so annoying because I was sick for like 3 weeks, and
it was a butt urine sample.
And I was just like, it was the only time somebody has stuck their finger in my rear for not
for non-Kanye reasons.
And so that was like crazy. And it turns out all I need to do, the guy's like, because they wanted to do all these tests and figure out like what kind of antibiotic I need. And this doctor, finally, I saw this one doctor. He's like, okay, yeah, we can do all these tests, but let me just start you on this basic one. It was literally
the
gone.
Coverall.
Yeah, it was
antibiotic.
Literally just gone within 24 hours.
Was it penicillin?
And I was like, I don't need this old lady's finger in my...
Anus.
But also it opened up a whole new world for me, so thank you. But anyway, the 2 times I've had to drop off a stool sample.
Always smoke show.
Oh my gosh. Like the most gorgeous people I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's like so embarrassing because like when you have a stool sample, well, there's certain ones, but you have to deliver it to them in a certain amount of time.
Right.
It can't just...
It's got to still be steaming.
Yeah, the cup is like hot in their hands.
Yeah, here's a little dirt snake for you.
they don't give you a bag. You just provide your own bag. So it's like,
Oh, I just would go no bag.
yeah, right.
You know how many times I've given pee samples?
Oh yeah, you have to do that a lot.
Yeah, at work all the time.
I feel like pee is fine.
One time
you gotta poop and you gotta put the thing in the toilet so it collects it.
I've never done it.
I'm telling you what you gotta do. You got
Poop collector.
You gotta put the poop collector in the toilet.
What is that? Like a saran wrap?
It's basically kind of like a bedpan that fits in your.
Oh.
So it's got a big flare, so it can hold under your seat, and then it's just like a little bucket in the middle.
What about the pee? Because not all pee-pee times are poo-poo times, but every poo-poo time is a pee-pee time.
That's something I think they just leave up to you. I don't remember it being in the instructions, but I think they just leave that to you to solve.
Gatorade bottle in front.
But you poop, and they give you a spoon to scoop it in the thing. But the spoon, I mean,
so it's like a froyo spoon?
it is. It's a sample spoon.
Oh, it's the Ben and Jerry sample spoon?
It's actually smaller than that, which means, I mean, for maximum, like,
it's a cocaine spoon.
If you want to go like fast enough, if you want to go like faster, you got to get your own plastic spoon. Or
just use yours from the kitchen and throw it in the dishwasher.
No. Listen, there are cups in my house that we have that have had urine in them before, but there are not utensils that have touched poop before.
There are bowls that have had throw up and popcorn.
Anyways.
I never had to do that.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's just like, I don't know why it's so embarrassing. If it's like a, 75-year-old, like, gross looking grandma, it'll be like, here, take this cup, bathe in it for all I care. But
yeah,
it's like, you walk in there and it's just like, model. And it's just like, you just feel like disgusting.
This kind of goes back to the pooping with the door open
Everything
episode.
about me is disgusting right now. It's embarrassing. You know what's embarrassing? How good this episode was.
Do we have time for a 2-minute brotherly connection question?
No, let's save it.
Okay. Because I found a new website.
New website next week.
Questions. I have to pee so bad, actually, since like the very beginning.